But I mean, the narrative's always been targeted at me, right? Though, Daniel.
Gotcha.
And you know, I'll stay in the spotlight as long as it takes, because as long as I'm the target, the individuals or groups or whoever has the kids, they're gonna feel more relaxed, and that gives investigators a chance to strike.
Note the lizard tongue straight after he said that, because of course there is nobody that has the kids, and you can see the glee on his face as he's saying it, because he thinks that he's saying something that's really, really convincing, even though it's just a variation on the number of times that Durwood has said pretty much the same thing. Now, if you've got the children, make sure that you don't hurt them, and if you just bring them back, I won't say a word, or whatever Durwood's story was at the time, because he changed his story there so many times. But, you know, Daniel is outright making allegations here that, yeah, someone's got these children. Now, there has been, and there will still be, people who argue that, well, just because RCMP say there's no sign of an abduction doesn't mean that there wasn't an abduction. Then you get the arguments also that which Daniel will pose in a moment with, well, you know, they're not calling it abduction because it's someone known to the children. You're getting people basically trying to find some way around the simple truth that the RCMP came out pretty early on in the piece and said there is no sign of an abduction. They've made it pretty clear from day one that they do not believe an abduction occurred. And of course, the supporters of Daniel will be like, well, how can they say there wasn't an abduction if they can't say there's any sign of one? Give the guys some credit, honestly. The fact that this is an active, ongoing investigation tells you that there are many, many investigators on this job. And if you are crazy enough to believe that every single one of those investigators is incompetent, then there's nothing that me or anyone else can say to actually convince you of the truth.
So you believe that the kids are alive?
Yes, 100%. I hope every day. I believe the exact same as RCMP do. They didn't go into the woods.
So I mentioned this the other day in a video. He's trying to be persuasive by saying that, well, his beliefs align with those of the RCMP, that the children did not go into the woods. Ergo, you're supposed to believe that means that they were abducted. Here's the thing though, if the RCMP are still maintaining that there's no sign of an abduction, and on top of that, they're telling Daniel, no, those children did not wander into the woods, they're not on the same page as Daniel. Well, I guess at a deeper level they are, because they know what Daniel knows, I believe. As in, they know who is responsible for what happened to the children. But Daniel is trying to convince people here that they have to believe him here because his belief aligns with that of the RCMP. When in reality, the only way that it would align would be if they have said to him, those children did not wander off into the woods, we know that. And that's what he's saying here. And yes, I mentioned this the other day also, but when asked, do you believe the children are still alive, he says, yes, 100%, and he follows up with, I hope every day. Well, that's far from being 100%, isn't it? That's basically saying, I've got no idea, but I'm hoping they are. Hoping that the children is still alive is worlds away from being 100% certain that they are.
What do you believe happened?
I don't want to go into any theories. I don't want to point any fingers, because I've done that so many times online. So I'm going to refrain from doing it, Daniel.
Okay, deja vu. I know I said this the other day, but he's basically saying, follow my lead. I've already told you what you're meant to believe. and I'm going to infer it and expect you to remember what I've told you before. And again, I believe that Malaya has fired shots at him, and he knows that if he actually makes any direct accusations against her, that's going to affect his future possibilities of seeing his daughter.
Do you think it was an outsider?
No, because on the second day they came out and said this is not an abduction. An abduction means that the individual or parties that took the kids wouldn't be known by the kids. That's what an abduction is. So when the RCMP said it wasn't an abduction, that means the person that has the kids is known by them. And because I was with Malaya for 3 years, I think I may know the person that has the kids, right? Because I was involved in the kid's life and I was involved in Malaya's life.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the guy is such a joke, isn't he? First of all, he's now told us outright that the RCMP don't believe the children wandered into the woods. And he said they also have said it's not an abduction. That leaves one possibility, and that is looking directly at the 3 people or 4 people who were on the property at the time that the children went missing. He has, of course, made up this whole definition of what an abduction is, which is wildly inaccurate. Essentially, he's adopted Durwood's narrative of someone that Malaya knows coming and taking the children because Malaya organised it. It wasn't credible when Durwood said it, and it's so not credible now when Daniel's trying to say it. So let's really dig into all this.
Based on the experts and the review of the facts, the inclement weather, the time frames, and their age, the likelihood that they're alive right now is very low.
And the family has said they believe it's an abduction, or they suspect it's an abduction. Are there now any clues or anything leading you to think that that might be possible?
If we had any information that led that way and we felt that we could provide anything with the public, we would have done that. We would have got that information out. We're working very closely with the family, and we will pursue every avenue. But again, I'm not going to make any specific comments, but anything that would point towards that, we would immediately take steps to address things that need to be addressed.
So he's been quite clear here that no, there is nothing that points them in the direction of an abduction, and that if they had any information that led them in that direction, they would have got that information out there immediately. He's basically saying, you know, we would work on it straight away. You would hear about it straight away. Now, here's the thing. This dingbat story came out 6 weeks into the case. That is in June of this year. We're now 6 months in. If there was any truth in this story of Malaya or someone connected to Malaya having taken the children and hidden them away somewhere, you can bet that by now the RCMP would have retrieved those children. Or at the very least, there would be an Amber Alert, Malaya would be arrested, and we would have a lot of information being given out to the public in order to help find the children. None of those things have happened because the story is just ridiculous.
On Thursday, May 15th, RCMP confirmed again that there's been no evidence to suggest the children were abducted.
And it was yesterday that police said they don't believe these children were abducted. They haven't ruled out that this could be suspicious, the situation. And then that brings us to tomorrow, where we're going to see that search resume.
So even early on, the RCMP drew that line in the sand. They do not believe it was an abduction. They've said that outright to various media outlets. They did say, however, that they have not ruled out criminality. And they have not come out since and said, yeah, we have ruled out criminality.